Well, it's finally that time. After 2 years of waiting, we got to see the first gameplay of Halo Infinite. The event started with a 2-minute cinematic trailer called Become. It showed the production of Master Chief's Mjolnir armor, accompanied with a voiceover by Dr. Halsey. After that, we got to see what may very well be the main menu screen, though it could just be a placeholder for the demo. Either way, it's a cool shot that immediately sucks you into Infinite's universe. After a cutscene featuring Master Chief and everyone's favorite unnamed bearded companion, it's onto the gameplay. The AR is the first weapon to appear in a style that mimics Reach's model. After taking out some grunts, during which we see that the plasma pistol returns, Master Chief sprints to his trusty Warthog. Sprintfinite confirmed. He then proceeds to violate a key rule of driving and checks his map behind the wheel. Yes, I said map. Halo Infinite is going to be what appears to be a pseudo-open world. The objectives are placed on the map to be tackled in the order of the player's choosing. I say pseudo though because it's hard to tell just how much we'll be able to explore. After watching Chief go Dukes of Hazzard and splatter some enemies, we get to see his melee animation as well as get a look at the MK50 sidekick, this game's pistol. Now it's time for the first new weapon of the day, the VK78 Commando. It appears to be an alternative to the AR, firing slower but likely dealing more damage per shot. The section also confirms that SmartLink is returning in a vein similar to Halo 5. He then uses the Commando to battle some of the new banished enemies. During this battle, we see that the spike grenade is making a return, alongside the usual plasmas and frags. Something else to point out is that while the plasma grenade showed a hit marker while sticking to the enemy, it didn't while blowing up. This confirms that grenade hit markers are coming back in some form, we just don't know to what degree yet. And here's the elephant in the room. As seen in the UI in the bottom right of the screen, equipment is making a return in Infinite. Here we can see Chief deploy the drop wall. Exactly as it sounds, it's a giant wall that blocks incoming fire. It does allow the player to shoot from behind it though, at least in campaign. Immediately afterwards, the grappling hook gets used for the first time. Yes, it's in the game. 343 would go on to confirm that these, alongside other pieces of equipment, are coming to multiplayer in a manner similar to Halo 3, in that you will be able to pick them up on the map. Next up, a couple new weapons. Both enemy weapons, the Ravager and Pulse Carbine, are plasma-based, burst-fire guns capable of overheating. During this fight, it's also shown that Clamber's making a return and that brutes can now throw grunts at you. Yes, that's a thing. The Mauler then makes an appearance in its new form. Called the Mangler, it has more range than its original model, but the design is unmistakable. We also get to see what looks like some sort of player-activated pulse that displays objectives. This is likely there to help with the shift to an open world. In a moment that surely made Halo purists sweat, Master Chief slides and then uses the grappling hook to pull a fusion coil towards him, proving you can do more than just pick them up. He follows this up by throwing it at the enemies. Two final weapons finish the gameplay. The CQS-48 Bulldog, this game's shotgun, is shown off, with the Needler confirmed shortly after. In that spirit, the game labels the fire mode and type of weapon, plasma, kinetic, etc., but only for some of the guns. I'm presuming that labels are coming for all of them, but that they're just not finished yet. The whole segment ends with a montage of various cutscenes, while a monologue from the game's main antagonist, Escharum, plays over top. Overall, there was a lot of stuff shown off, and after 2 years, it's nice to finally be able to see what 343 has been cooking up. In the blog post released shortly after the reveal, they said that more info on multiplayer is coming soon. TM. From the wording, it sounds like things were delayed because of the goings-on in the world, which was kinda to be expected. So that about wraps it up. Let us know what you guys thought of the reveal, and we look forward to bringing you more videos as we learn about the game. If you enjoy our content, be sure to like and subscribe as it helps us out a lot. I'm Trespass for Paradise Halo, and hope to see you guys next time.